Chief in the International Operations Division at the FBI headquarters in Washington, D.C. So please help me welcome Mr. Davis.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Well, I appreciate the intro, Dr. Curtis. Thank you so much for that. As Dr. Curtis mentioned, I did grow up here in Arizona. Dr. Curtis and I were just sharing some stories about moving here in 1980. So my family came here from the Midwest, and essentially this is where I grew up and call home. In 1980, there was no one in the Phoenix metropolitan area that really looked like me, and there was definitely nobody in the Phoenix metropolitan area that looked like any of you. Arizona has made some huge leaps and strides in the diversity department since that time, but we have a long way to go. I was a police officer here in Scottsdale, like I said, went to high school here, police officer here, but I went to school, I went to college in Los Angeles. And spent most of my law enforcement career with the FBI in Los Angeles, working violent crime, major theft, Asian organized crime, drugs, and weapons violations. After going to headquarters, then I was selected to be the special agent in charge here in Arizona last fall. So I'm glad to be home. With the FBI, it's hard to get back home. It's almost like the Wizard of Oz. I clipped my heels 3 times. That didn't work. Prayed and begged and borrowed and got my way back home. So I'm glad to be home, and this job is so meaningful to me. After the summer of 2020, that was pretty hard for our country and pretty hard for our minority communities. That was an eye-opening event that affected this entire community and our entire country. We saw a giant spike in Asian hate crime-related incidents after that summer, and it really kind of highlighted a gap for the FBI. There's 2 things the FBI does in and of itself. We combat significant civil rights issues, and we do counterintelligence work. Everything else that the FBI does is in a partnership kind of environment. But those 2 violations we do at our core is kind of what the FBI does on its own. And that was born out of, the civil rights side was born out of the 60s and the civil rights movement. We need to do a lot more after the summer of 2020, reaching out to the Asian communities. And just like any of our minority communities, we deal with this lack of trust. And we understand how where that stems from. And in order to address that, we try to be transparent. When I was growing up, nobody even knew of an FBI agent. Nobody could reach out and touch an FBI agent. Just no one even heard of one. Nobody's family members were FBI agents. Nobody's neighbors were FBI agents. That has completely changed. And so having an opportunity to speak at an event like this and have that dialogue with the Asian community is so impactful. I want the Asian community to know that we are here for them. We take these violations extremely seriously. Every single report is investigated, every single one. Now that doesn't mean that every case somebody's going to jail or somebody's getting prosecuted. But every single report will be looked at through a fine lens of the FBI. And so this is a priority for us. Now I have an ask of all of you. Back to my story about moving here in 1980 and nobody looked like me, nobody looked like any of you. Please help the FBI recruit. We need Asian Americans among our ranks in the FBI. We are stronger together. I know you guys have seen some of the successes with the FBI when we do that. We are stronger together. Please help us recruit. FBIjobs.gov is the best way to do that. Aside from the special agent ranks, there are many other job classifications in the FBI that we need help with. As Dr. Curtis mentioned, my previous assignment prior to this was in the International Operations Division. As I sit here right now, we have 63 what we call legal attaché offices all over the world. So almost anywhere where there's a U.S. embassy, we have FBI presence. So we have analysts and SOSs, our staff operations specialists, on top of FBI agents assigned to these U.S. embassies all over the world. So all over Asia, all over the world. So please help us recruit so that we can be stronger together and you guys can help us make a better FBI. Thank you for your time today. Enjoy the conference. I really appreciate it. Take care and be safe.
Okay, thank you, Akil, for that message. And thank you for the FBI for your support. So let's give another round of applause. So has everybody had a chance to get their coffee? Yeah. And get settled in? Okay. Okay. So I am pleased to announce our next speaker, Mike Hayashi, to lead us in an exercise in preparation for the rest of the conference. Mike Hayashi was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. He comes from a military family and graduated from Eastern Illinois University and Carthage College with his bachelor's and master's in education. He now resides in Scottsdale. Mike modified his years of martial arts training to complete over 2,700 seminar hours, 600,000 women at 7 Fortune 1000 companies and universities in 4 countries. Those companies included Apple, Mayo Clinic, Caldwell Banker, ASU, Fidelity National, IBM, Ritz-Carlton, just to name a few. Mike has provided his self-empowerment security seminars at 525 companies and universities, and he has been recognized over 450 television appearances and been nominated for an Emmy Award. So Mike's life mission is to end violence against women, has reached over 500,000 in 27 states. Besides A Woman's Place is in Control, his most popular programs are Black Belt Media Mastery, the 15 Steps to be a Triple P Speaker, and Maximum Impact, Communication Skills for Professionals in and out of the office. So please help me welcome Mike Hayashi.
How many of you have ever taken CPR? More than once. How many of you have had to use it to save somebody's life? 2, that's good, you're above average. Do you have to be a doctor to perform CPR? Or a surgeon? Or a paramedic? No. You don't need a black belt to defend yourself, or save your life, or save a loved one. So, if Bruce Lee were to come back to life and walk through that door, even with all the skills I have, I wouldn't challenge him to a fight. Okay, I'm smart enough to know that. If Jet Li took time off from Hollywood and walked through the door, I wouldn't challenge him. Even if Sarah Lee walked through the door, I don't know if I could take her, I wouldn't challenge her. But I have trained over 500,000 people because I believe in my heart, everyone should be a little smarter and safer, just like everyone should know CPR. No different. No different. Okay? So let me tell you about my hero. He used to be Bruce Lee until he passed away at 32. I found another hero when I moved here to Arizona. Her name was Vera Tucker. Saw it in a Sunday paper. It said, woman attacked in broad daylight. Most people say, oh, I don't want to read that. I see that enough. I get those stories. I'll cut them out. I'll get the eyeliner out. And I'm so glad I read this one. First line, I wanted to whack him some more. When I had him down on the ground and they wouldn't let me. She's 87. She's walking her dog to the park and this guy on a Harley pulls up, slows down, and hits her. I'm sure he's looking at this little person saying, I can take whatever I want, do whatever I want. Wrong. He picked the wrong woman. She had this little umbrella right over this side. You couldn't see it. She whacks him in the side of the head. He goes, oh. He guns his motorcycle. He starts to leave. Don't do this. She chases him. There's no self-defense anymore if you chase him. She hikes her grandma's skirt. She goes running down the street after him. You know the hook on the handle? Every umbrella's got one. She hooks it around his coat, his jacket, yanks him off the bike. When the police get there, she's still like, this picture I have on my office wall is perfect. She's 4'10", white hair like anybody's grandmother, big smile, and this bent up umbrella over her shoulder said, I wanted to whack him some more. She told the reporters 2 things. How dare he? He could be my grandson. I don't care if he's 290 pounds and 6'5" on a motorcycle. How dare he? Number 2, nobody interrupts my agenda. I kind of chuckled too. I said, what's she talking about agenda? He said, well, she said, my schedule, my agenda's been tight. I don't know how much longer I have. Every day is pretty important. She said, when I buried my 4th husband, she named all 4 husbands. When I buried my 4th husband, she said, Vera, you enjoy your life. When I'm gone, you do whatever you want. Take all the money, just do whatever you want. You know, we have lots of money, the house is paid for, kids are grown up. So she says, I do. I shop every day. I play bridge with my girlfriends 3 times a week. 4 times a year I get on a cruise or somewhere I've never been. And every day when I'm home in Arizona, I walk my dog to the park at 3 o'clock. No one's gonna take that from me. What does she have? A black belt like I do in my closet? No. Maybe pepper spray or tear gas? No. A gun in her purse? No. She had no training. She had two things. She had an attitude, and she had an umbrella. Something that she's my new hero. If Vera could protect herself, with no training, I can teach anyone. So my oldest student's been 97, bless her heart, out in Sun City. And I look at this as somebody, you don't know what you have to do, but you don't have to go 10 rounds. Get the guy off you and get home for supper. That's my goal when I teach people. Get home for supper. I only teach the dirty dozen, just 12. Today, I don't have a lot of time, so I'll teach you about 1 or 2. All right? But the one I'm going to teach you saved my life 3 times, and I've got lots of texts and emails over the years that saved a lot of other lives. That's the one I'm going to teach you. Because I hit a guy the way I've been taught in the martial arts, square in the face, nothing. You're like, you know? And he was swinging a baseball bat at my head at the time. And he's pulling the bat, he's going to swing at me again. And thank goodness my ego left. I said, okay, that didn't work. All the martial arts that didn't work. Let's try something else. And I'm so glad I knew the Southern technique, and that's what I'm going to teach you. This one works. Okay? So I'm going to teach you 2 things. One nice technique and one nasty technique. You choose which one you want to use if you ever have to use them. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. There's always 3 centers. People think about the physical center. Oh, I'm going to kick him, you know where. Oh, I'm going to kick him. Well, what if he's this close? Or next to you? Or behind you? Can you do this? As simple as that is? No. So physically, techniques are simple. But the second center is the mental center. Can you think properly? How tall is he? How far away is he? Is he left or right-handed? Does he have a weapon? Is it real? Is it loaded? Is he going to use it as a prop, or is he going to use it after this is over? Is he taking me away, or is it going to happen right here? Is he drunk? Is he on drugs? Can I get away? When I get away from him, can I get to my car before he catches me? Now, is that a lot to think about? When somebody's in your face, or has a hand on you, or has already hit you, or you see a weapon? Yeah, because your heart will be doing this. Okay? So the first center, which triggers the other 2, is your emotional center. Your chi. Japanese call it your ki. Yoga instructors call it your essence, your core. Whatever you want to label it, it's what is inside of you that drives you to do everything you do every single day. Be able to think of it the way you need to think of it, when you need to think of it, and then be able to do something. So the 3 centers to defend yourself is very simple. I have to get calm. I got to think of what to do to him and then do it to him. Just like Vera did. Get calm, think of something, do it. Doesn't work. I got to get calm again because now I'm more nervous and now he's more upset. I got to think of something else to do and do that. Doesn't that sound simple? Get calm, think of something, do it. Get calm, think of something, do something else. It isn't. Because these guys are good at one thing. Injecting enough fear into you so you either forget what you were going to do or you don't even try to do it. You don't even attempt to do it. That's what they're good at. And they are doing it every 90 seconds to somebody in this country right now. All right? So what do we do if it comes your way? Let me give you something to think about. The fear factor is going to make you either move it or lose it. That's the sequence. You either move it, you do something, or you lose it. When a crash is about to happen, you either put your foot on the brake or you panic and let the steering wheel go and the car rolls, right? You either do something that you have to do to survive or you don't. But let's say you've done all the smart things. If you're in a parking lot, I always tell people, mark your car where it is. How many of you ever lost your car? Oh, if you're not raising your hand, you're lying. I've lost my car many times, okay? Now you always find it. Oh, here it is. I started row A, it's in row X. You know, I've done every row. But you always find it, but don't you feel silly when it happens? And if you're driving, if he or she wasn't driving, you think they know where you park? Oh no, when did you pay attention? No. So you look lost when you're walking the parking lot, don't you? And these guys watch you, and they can tell, she won't know if I'm right behind her. And then he'll come out of nowhere after you tell the police, and you feel that sting in your back, or you feel a hand on your shoulder. And you go, oh, he came out of nowhere. They didn't come out of nowhere. They're always there. You need to see them. Put your phone away until you get into your car, or into your office, or into the store. In Jamaica, nobody in Jamaica that are Jamaican walk around with their phone out texting or listening or Bluetoothing or talking. No, 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 no. They get into their office and then they pull their phone out because they know you're a target if you do that. American tourists are so easy to find in the Caribbean because we're always walking around with our phone and texting and talking, and we have our little space around us, 10 feet. After that, we don't know what's going on. So don't be an American tourist wherever you are, even in Phoenix. Get your phone, put it away until you get where you need to go, where there's other people, please. That's one of the top reasons they pick you. You're distracted. The other reason that they pick you is because you look weak, because you look like you're having a bad day. And there's several people out there right now, they're having a bad day, so they're an easy target. They will fall apart as soon as somebody puts their hand on them. So let's say you do all the smart things. You're looking around, you're watching people, you're taking note of where your car is parked, and somebody still comes out of nowhere. I want to show you a technique. First of all, let me show you how never, ever, ever to hit somebody. That's good enough. Put your hands like this, palms towards me, fingers up, all the way in, thumbs across the bottoms. Okay, don't put them on top. Please don't stick them in the hole. Across the bottom. Aim your fists at each other. Flatten it out as much as you can. Tap them lightly. Feel that? That hurts. That's bone to bone. That's a small sample. It feels like they hit somebody in the head like you see them do in the movies. That hurts. You'll break your hand, the metacarpal's crushed, shoved back into your wrist, and you will be in a cast for 3 months. And you gave him a bruise. Or a little bloody nose. You hit him, but who won? That's the mistake I made. Guy came at me swinging a baseball bat. I hit him the way I've been trained to do since I was 10 years old. Right in the face. Nothing. He was so high on PCP and cocaine, he didn't feel a thing. You know what I did? Put your hands like this. Just like big and wide, like you're taking the top off a pickle jar. Yeah, big and wide as you can make it. Tight fingers on this side, thumb on the other side. You see this little web right in between? Okay? That's the only thing you're going to touch it with. That little web. I call this V for victory, V strike. V for victory. It was not in my martial arts book or any of my training. Somebody showed me this. She was 14, had arthritis, long nails, and couldn't make a fist, so she couldn't punch. So she said, Mr. Hayashi, I have a hard time punching. How about this? She hit me. I went down like a sack of rocks. Put your hands like this. Put them up here. You know what this is? This is black belt 101, right here. If somebody ever comes to you, put your hands like this. And by the way, you won't have to think about it. It's a reflex. Okay? It's the only way you think about it. Now make this face. Oh God, please don't do it. And I want you tonight, here's a homework assignment. Think of 2 lines for yourself. My 2 lines for me, please don't hurt me. I'll do anything you want. Ooh, do I mean that? No. But I want him to believe it. Does this look like I'm going to fight him? You jump in a karate step, he will hit you. Or start shooting or cutting. This looks like you're no threat. Let him think that. Buys you time. And you say something like, please don't hurt me, I have kids, please don't do it. Now he knows I got somebody. And they get sloppy and they get close. For the women in the room, you have one big advantage. He doesn't think you're going to do anything. So he'll get close. For the man, we have to work a little harder. Left hand, back it up. Just drop the wall right there. Back it up, get away from it. They don't trust us. But you can get right in the face. You get right into it because he didn't think you could do anything. Hands are here. Got it? This is 101. You're going to help work on your face tonight and work on a couple lines, right? Let me show you what I did. Everybody stand up. Please stand up. I'll wake you up before you head to your first session. Hands are here. Open wide like you take a top off a pickle jar. There's only 2 things you got to do. One is lower the hands like this. Why? Because the only thing I want touching him is this little web right there. You keep your hands like this and start swinging. What are you going to do? You should read more magazines. That ain't working. Don't ever slap a man. Ever. Okay? Hands up, angle down. The only thing that's going to touch him is right here. Where? Put your hand on your throat. Angle it up 45 degrees. Push it way to the top so you can feel your thumb on your jawbone. You feel it back there? That's your windpipe. That's your windpipe. It's the only place it works. Okay? Take your hand up your throat. Be careful if you had coffee this morning. Right here, about 5, 6 inches. When I say go, throw it up into your throat. Okay, as you breathe out. Ready? Go. You should feel a little whoosh. Can you feel it? You don't? Let me know. I'll come down and do it for you. Can you feel it? A little whoosh? Now, what are you doing? You're doing like 3-4 inches. You're not very fast. You're not mad at yourself. Is that what you do to him? Stop. Get off of me. Leave me alone. No. You move the whole length of your arm as fast as you can throw it, with a little anger mixed in, because you wouldn't do it unless you had to, right? I don't think I could see you going to parties and just hitting everybody like, no, you would do it if you had to. There's a little anger mixed in. Think of somebody from your past. Oh, I got 2 guys. Oh, I'd love to run into these 2 guys. Put their face right here. That's where you're hitting. Let's just be 6 to 8 inches taller than you. So where your throat is, where's it on him? About eye level. That's where he's gonna be. Got it? Hands here. Angle down. When I say go, take your right hand, everybody wiggle the right hand. Take that one, throw it straight out, a little taller, about eye level. Ready? And breathe. Go. And now. If somebody went like this. If you do this, you hit the person next to you. But did you hit him? No. You know what this is called? This is called denial. I don't want to deal with it, put it on my desk, I'll take it up on Monday. This is right here. If he was over here, you should be looking at him. He's right here. Here we go. Hands up, angle down. And go. Good, much better. Again, breathe as you do it. Go. Good. Let me give you a secret of martial arts. If you have shoulder problems like me, just do it half speed. The faster you breathe, the faster it works. Okay? If you do, hey Mike, how come you're so slow? Because you're breathing slow. Breathe faster, it works faster. Here we go. Hands up, angle down. He's taller. Right there. Go. Good. Now, 3 of you, 4 of you. Try opening your eyes. If you do that, that's how you're gonna miss. How come I didn't hit him, right? Because you didn't see him. Keep your eyes open. You need to know if you missed. Hands up, angle down. Go. Oh, much better. Go. One more time. Go. All right, let's try this hand. Oh, no, not this hand. I can't do any of this. What if he grabs your good arm someday? One time you need to do this, and but he grabs your good arm. What do you say? Excuse me. Excuse me. You got to grab this one. You have to use this. No, you can't do. You're ambidextrous out there. Hands up, angle down. This hand. Go. 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 All right. If I was grading you, about C+. We need one more thing. Anyone ever touches you, you need to get him off of you. You got to yell. You need to scream. 4 reasons for it. But right now, nothing Asian, nothing Pacific Rim. I don't want to confuse anyone. We're all from different countries and we sometimes have different dialects. The word is universal. It's no. N-O. Now there's only 4, there's at least 4 ways to say no to somebody. Did you know that? At least 4. No number 1 is no thank you. Say it. No thank you. You're trying to win no thank you. Come back tomorrow. No, I don't want any of that. No thank you. It's just a long no. Number 2 is the whiner. Teenage people are so good at this. No, I'm not eating that. No, I'm not going to go. No, you make the bed. No, I'm not going to go see grandma. No, it's whiny. It won't work. Number 3 is the 50-50. It's like halfway there. I want this jerk away from me, but what if I make him mad? What if I cause a big scene and get embarrassed? What if I hit him too hard and he sues me? So it's like you're apologizing for saying no. No, is that enough? Oh, don't make me do it again. It's almost like you're apologizing for saying it. The only one that works is number 4. When you say this, he believes you. Anyone around that hears you believe you that they testify in court like I've done. And most important, you start to believe it. No! The way you say no is the way this thing works. So think of somebody from your past. You're not going to kill them. You're just going to make them wish they had not run into you. Okay? Hands up. When I say go, that hand is coming out fast as you can. Keep your eyes open. And I want you to yell no. Number 4. Think of that person from the past. One second. Think you do a little case. You're going to bring all the words here. Ready? And go! Good. Now some of you, I said go. You went no. Like what? You need to grab the dog. Or move. Or grab your hands. So when you hear this little cadence, your hand should be out and back. Here we go. Hands up. That's okay. You're ahead of it. 3. Go! Much better. Keep your eyes open. Go! You're still going over here. He's in front. Right here. Go! Good. Now open your mouth when you say no. Somebody go, It hurts me to look at you. Your throat's going to hurt tomorrow. Yell out. Yell because you're yelling in his face. I want his head to snap back. What happened? I want people around to know something's going on, and they start looking towards you. And most important, when you yell like that, it makes you angry. Here we go, hands up. Right hand, go! No! Try the left hand, go! No! Right hand, go! No! Left hand, go! No! One more little game, we're out of here. I'm going to call it. It's called left, right. When I call the hand, you throw it. Let's review. This one is your right. This one is your left. Here we go. Some of you got it right. Here we go. Hands up. And right. No! Left. No! Right. No! Left. No! Left. No! Right. Oh. It's funny to see my aim. Right. Half of you got it, but some of you, I said right, some of you threw left hand. This one is called. Oh, shoot. You're so mad. I said another one, you never heard me. You're so mad at beating yourself up. Does it matter which hand you hit it with? Can they tell the difference between a left knee strike or a right knee strike? No. So should it matter to you? No! Oh, it should. Oh, it should. So I'm going to do this big favor. This might save your life. I'm going to do it again, much faster. What I want you to do this time is not think. If you blow it, it's okay. History. Get the next one right. Don't blow 2 or 3 in a row. This one's still your right. That one's still your left. Don't worry about it. Whenever you hear it, just do it. Ready? Hands up. Right! No! Left! No! Left! No! Right! No! Right! No! Left! Keep your hands out. Hold it. I gotta do this. I take a selfie of every class I've ever taught because it's so funny to watch later. Okay, when I say left, just throw left one. Ready? Go! No! Left one, go! No! Left one, go! No! Right one, go! No! Right, open your eyes. No! That's my nice technique. You want a nasty one? Yeah. Grab his head. The woman can do this. Play with his hair. Play. When you're ready, hold on to his head. Take one finger like a gun. You put it right at the base of his eye. You push as you pull his head in. How far does the finger go? Third knuckle. It'll go that far in before it won't go any further. Okay? You'll hear a guy scream. If you never heard a guy scream before. This one is nasty. You can't undo it. Don't do it to somebody that wants to ask you to dance and you say no. Don't do it to somebody that bumps against you in the grocery store. That's a lawsuit. But your life's on the line. Would you do it if somebody's touching your child? Or your best friend? Or your mother? Or your grandmother? Yes, like that. You only do this if you have to. You don't like fingers too nasty, too gross? Use your thumbs, they're cuter. That's it. Put your hands like this. Cradle his head. You put it under when you have the thumb right, just push. They don't go in as far, they go in far. Nice and nasty. My goal for you is hope you never have to use either one of those techniques. But I've trained 625,000, sorry. And I need another 400,000. I want to teach 1 million women before I stop. Men are always invited, but sometimes the ego gets in the way, they don't show up. But women, I want to teach you. You might need this once in your life, and 1 out of 3, you're going to need it at some point. I just don't know who. God bless all of you. Please stay safe. Enjoy the whole conference. My name is Mike Hayashi. I'll leave a whole stack of cards on my desk. You want me to come to your office? I just need 5, 10 women. I'll come to you. I will come to you. I've flown to 27 states and 5 countries. I'll come to you. Okay, I'll leave cards here. Thank you so much. Help me thank Jason and the whole team here. Thank you so much. Take care.
Wow, you guys all awake? Yeah. Okay, so note to self, don't come behind any of us during this conference. You're gonna get a big no in your throat. So thank you so much, Mike. I mean, you've done an incredible job to kind of wake us up, and I think we're all conference ready. So as we close this morning's session, I want to give a shout out to our business and community partners who make up many of our session speakers, moderators, and facilitators. We have so many amazing sessions during these next 2 days, or these past 2 days. It's all thanks to them for volunteering their time. After this, we'll have a short networking break before we start all the session tracks at 9:20. Please don't forget to use your hashtag ACELing2023, and tag us on social media to share experiences and this year's conference. So, nothing else said? Actually, let's give one more round of applause to Mike. Great. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a great second day of the conference.